As you travel down the Avenue of Oaks, you'll make your grand entrance to the intricate wrought iron gates and pull right up to the palatial columns of an old Southern plantation home. We've arrived at one of those plantations, Boone Hall, and what better way to arrive in style than with a traditional horse and carriage. And I've been whisked away by Charleston Coach, and they're known for their relationship with their horses, who spend most of their time out on the farm. Plus, I get driven by a very handsome man and a top hat. How do you top that? When you ride down the Avenue of Oaks under its natural canopy decorated by Spanish moss, you can feel the history of the city and the plantation. You'll appreciate the importance of preserving the architecture and landscapes of a time in America when things were built on romantic ideals of a genteel society. Boone Hall was a working cotton farm and supplied most of the region with its cotton. Cotton docks like this one were scattered up and down the rivers all over the southeast. What better place to have your reception than on a little piece of rustic history with a glorious entrance under the Avenue of Oaks. So we're here at the Cotton Dock, and it is just a majestic place to have a wedding event, and nobody can make it more memorable, more magic than O Events. And we've got the genius behind the decor, which is Lisa. And what I love about her is the questions she asks the brides to really get to know them, to make the event a true reflection of her personality. So tell me how you get to know these brides, what sort of questions you ask them.
Well, we do it in a very relaxed setting, and we'll ask everything from her to describe her apartment, to if she's symmetrical or asymmetrical, or what does she collect, or it can be a whole number of things for me to really understand them. Because it's easy to make beautiful spaces, but it's hard to make spaces that people can connect.
And then you take those elements and put them on the table or in the decor, and it really brings the personality of the bride into the event. And I don't think a lot of people do that. And let's talk about some of the tablescapes you do have to really match a bride. You've got one, I'm going to say my favorite is the flower girl one, or the one that was kind of like the flower child at heart, the garden one. Tell me about that.
The enchanted garden. That just weaves a whole bunch of the branch candelabras and birds and nests and bird cages and mushrooms and moss, and
it's so
just everything
fun.
Organic and fun.
Yeah, and then tell me about some other ones, some themes of what you've got over there.
Well, we have a tablescape for the modern bride, one that's very romantic in nature. And of course, we're at the beach, so we had to have a beach scene. And then one last one, which is kind of the organic for the Alley of Oak.
And then, I'm horrible at making decisions. I'm horrible. And so what I love to do, what you do for your cake, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, velvet, I don't know what the icing's going to look like. Do away with it and have that gorgeous little tablescape of the dessert. So how did you guys come up with that?
Well, doing something a little bit different, easier to eat, because usually at these functions later in the night the cake is cut, and it's hard to get people to sit back down. So this is something that people can pick up bite-sized, eat a little something later in the evening, and have all your favorite treats.
But my favorite is how you have these interactive elements. Tell me about those.
Well, again, like I had said earlier, I just love to connect with people, and I love to take either something that they like to do or they might like collect, and then we've done something like the silhouettes in the back. And we have an incredible artist, Michelle, who does those, and what we'll do is do a silhouette of somebody using new and creative papers and let them take them home that evening.
Isn't she perfect? Who else would you want for your wedding to do the decoration? No one else, guys. O Events, they'll really bring the elements of your lifestyle into your wedding event. Lisa goes more than the extra mile for each of her brides. One bride loved lace, so Lisa created a tablecloth made up of old lace doilies, a distinctly personal touch. Lisa and her staff don't just decorate space, they create it. With a bit of furniture and a lot of imagination, they build a fantasy setting. You can also find O Events featured in Charleston Weddings magazine. If you're a bride getting married in this town, you have got to pick this up, or at least visit their website, charlestonweddingsmag.com. And coming up next, we're going to show you an adorable caterer who's also been featured in this magazine.